I want to say we are live. So, yep, we're live. Let's go. So, just finishing setting up some stuff. This is my first ever stream, so gonna work out some kinks and see how it goes. We're not gonna do anything related to the trek through Paldea. We're just gonna worry about just playing some or doing some battles or something. Yeah, we'll see. Let me. All right. What's up, Shaded? Oh. Okay. Goodness gracious alive. Everything's just trying to figure out what it wants to do. So, here we go. Alright, cool. So, we got Shaded in here. There we go. And stream's up and going just fine. Let me know if y'all can hear me alright. But as for right now, let's just get going around. Not picnic. Y'all gotta realize I've got a delay on when I input and when it gets to the Switch onto y'all's, so I'm doing it from this software. So, I need to actually go into home and figure out what other Pokemon I need to get, because my goal is to finish up stuff for getting Meloetta, but yeah, pretty simple stuff, just kind of hanging out. Not really much I want to do yet, because, I mean, all I've got going on is that trek through Paldea. I could probably start trying to team build for Reg G, since I do have some teams lined up on Showdown to go try, but I want to wait until the meta has defined itself entirely first, because I want to know what kind of team I want to build, because with Regulation H, I kind of had the same team, or I had a few teams. This was one of them, and then this was another one that I really, really enjoyed using. Only thing I didn't really use was the Amoonguss on it. And there were just a couple other teams that I just kind of threw together. This one was one that I used for a while as well. What's up, Matt? How you doing? And then this was a team that I built just for memes. It was a Sun, Trick Room, Choke Around kind of team. I used it mostly for battling against my brother, believe it or not. So. And I think I have boosted my, I should be able to hear me a little bit easier this time. It may also carry over into the videos. I'm hoping that y'all can hear me better. As for everything else, the Switch audio is still the same. So, I hope everything is balanced alright. If it's not, I am actually doing alright. Just hanging out right now. Really don't want to have to go to school in the morning. Hoping that there's going to be a lot of black ice and I don't have to travel, but more than likely it'll all be melted up and the sun will just wick it away today. So, but let's see. Are there any outbreaks I can go do? Well, let me actually connect to the internet just to get stuff updated. I don't know how bad the delay is on this side, because I know when I'm chatting, I do get a lot of latency between when I type and then when the streamer receives it. So I expect it to be like a 10-second delay or so. I've got a Delibird. I've already got a shiny one of you. Silicobra, I don't like that shiny. Greedent. Dugtrio, Silicobra's yet again because that's a featured one. Tandemaus sucks to hunt. Zangoose I've got. I need to probably go for Survivor then, in that case. You got Ekans here, so Ekans is the featured one. 10 p.m. for you. Wow. So you might be... Oh, so you're British time then, right? Here we go. Here's Survivor. Cool. So is there one that's in a good hunt spot? I think this... I want to say right here should be a good one to go hunt after. This won't be a long stream at all. This was mostly so I could check to see how streaming feels like, and just to get a feel for actually streaming. So this wasn't much. I'm just planning on hanging out right now. This isn't going to be a long stream at all. If y'all want to do a Regulation H battle or two, I would not be opposed to that because I love Regulation H. Belgium. Okay. So that's also, is that, okay, so that is in Europe, ain't it? Right? I'm not very well versed when it comes to European geography, so I do apologize with that. Yeah, so here's Viper. So we'll get Latios out and just target him. And bonk. Just basically wait until shiny pops up. I wonder, is there a way to get a source added for chat and put that on there too? That's just a specific text, so I don't want that. North, okay, got you. Okay, those are other ones that I do now. Okay, cool. So yeah. So that's still within that same time zone though, right? If I could, that would be ideal, but I don't know if I can. Media source, perhaps? No, that's a local file, so no, that's not anything. Oh, we got an issue going on. What's going on YouTube? I've got an error going on. Okay, so it's an hour ahead, I guess. Yeah, I loved Regulation H just purely because I liked the lower power level, so I didn't have to worry about all the legendaries. The legendaries are one of the hardest things, in my opinion, to face around because there are so many of them, and a lot of them are just competitively viable. Whereas when you've got the lower power level, it's like, okay, anything can be viable if you can build around it properly. And it was always so fun to go and just search and be like, wait, this is kind of fun to go use. So, I mean, I'm already connected to the internet, so if y'all want to battle, I wouldn't be opposed to that. Okay, this is a lot of frickin' Seviper. I don't think I need a shiny that badly. I don't feel like actually having to nerd neck to go find it. I do need a Magneton, I think, for my Scarlet and Violet. Oh, I'm buffering. Okay, that's probably part of these issues that YouTube's having. But yeah, a lot of things end up being able to be used with the right team built. I saw a lot of Oricorio being used with Volcarona, and I had tried that out. I want to say it was in one of the earlier regulations. I was like, okay, I've got this Volcarona, might as well try and, find something that I could use with it. And I was like, oh wait, Oricorio gets Dancer, so if you get a double Quiver Dance, it could theoretically start sweeping. I just don't think I ever had the right Oricorio for it. So, by the way, Matt, is the mic a little bit better now? I did boost it up a little bit within a couple settings, so that I don't have to talk as loud. So, I don't know how that is on y'all's side. It says there's a cover. Okay. But it said there was a wild outbreak of Magnezone here, or not Magnezone, Magnemite, but I didn't see the Magnemite absolutely anywhere. So, let me just grab this item I think that I saw over here. Yeah, there it is. Let's pick, gosh. Yeah, YouTube's saying everything's good now, so I hope I'm not buffering now. That okay, so now the game is soft. Okay, so you find the softer audio for the Switch better. Gotcha. When it comes to streams. Gotcha. That makes sense. What is that tiny thing? Oh, it's a deerling. I can't hardly see it with how tiny this screen is. Inside of OBS. So, oh, there's Sawsbuck laying down. Oh, here's a battle we can go do. Sad that there's only one person watching, but one person's better than no people, and more viewership comes with more time. So. What does this do? Yeah, it can lower your special attack. Don't know which. Tang might have clear body. Let's just target down the Porygon because I don't care. Yeah, Porygon got nuked. Yeah, I could look into that. I don't know what would be causing that, except, oh, I might be peeking out the thing. So let me try and lower it down a little bit, just to see, hope that, okay, maybe it should be better now. Just lowering it down a couple decibels should be able to lower the amount of peaking it's doing, so that should make it better. If that doesn't, then there could be other issues at play. I don't know what they would be, but and there we go. Oh my gosh, these Pokemon just wanted to like envelop me there. That's crazy. Is that shiny? No. Darn. Huh. Yep. It always starts with 1. But yeah, still cuts off. Okay. Huh. Yeah, is there a certain point that it cuts off? Is it like when I'm louder that it cuts off, or is it... Yeah, is there a certain trend that you're seeing with it? Because I don't know what would be causing it. I just lowered it down a little bit more. Maybe that'll, help it. But I don't... let's get out of this blizzard. I don't want to be in this. It could just be the sake of just lag. But, I mean, my CPU is only running 30, or not 30, 72% right now. So I don't think that would be the issue as to why I'm cutting off. But yeah, I'll definitely look into that and see if, when I go through the VOD, see if there's any kind of common thing that goes on that causes it. But yeah, while you're here, do you want to do a Regulation H battle? It wouldn't be any for any form of stakes or anything, but it would just be for fun. Rowlet! Hey, buddy. Round boy. Another Rowlet. And it's tiny. It's Mark. That thing is really tiny. Holy cow. That might be micro. Let's go get it checked. Gosh, so it literally just misses the entire inside of my sentences. But I mean, everything on this side seems fine. So I don't know if that is just an issue with YouTube or what. Because, I mean, my mic's picking up everything on this side of stuff. Dawn Mark. Okay, that's pretty cool. With a pretty bad nature. But yeah, I said, while you're here, do you want to do a Reg H battle? Because it wouldn't be for any sort of stakes, it would just be fun. Oh, what did I run into this time? Darylin. So yeah, let's go get that Rowlet checked out. But is it all? Would it be during like Switch audio that it's cutting off my mic, or I don't? Let me try just muting the Switch audio for a bit, and let me know if there's any problems that you're seeing still, or I guess technically hearing. So Switch audio is off. So when I go silent, stream will just be absolutely silent. Um, but that might end up fixing the problem, maybe. Because like I said, this is my first time ever streaming, so I don't know what goes on the YouTube side of things. I don't know what y'all are hearing. I don't know what... And good site smaller than average, so it's not exactly super tiny, but still kind of cool. It's marked. Let's check its stats, because if it's got decent offensive stuff, decent, pretty good. It's got no good special attack, so I mean, it really wouldn't do anything good, really. It's not like having a Trick Room attacker, or Trick Room special attacker where you would want no good speed, no good physical attack, because if you get confused, then you're doing less damage to yourself. But that's still very interesting to find on this. So we'll go ahead and keep the Rowlet, because I think there was the mid-stage that I did need for Pokemon Home. So let me go throw this into Olive. Alright, yeah, that could be the case. I would imagine it's probably my fault, but like I said, I don't know. Because I don't know what YouTube processes, I don't know what OBS is processing. So if it is your Wi-Fi, then that could be a case. If it's my Wi-Fi, then it wouldn't be anything that is your fault. I don't want you blaming yourself if it wasn't something that was something that's my fault. I don't want it destroying you. Are there any items from Delibird Presents that I specifically need? How many bottle caps do I have? Because I know I go through those quite frequently. I've got any. So let's just go through and look. General goods and bottle cap. I've got 4. Let's just get to 5. 5. Because that's the most amount that you typically end up using. Because unless you're using a mixed attacker, which are not very common actually in VGC and singles. Okay, that's good to know. Okay. Well, thank you for checking that out and figuring that out. Because it could have very well been something on my side. Which is why I did this, was just to kind of let me get the ropes, figure out what needs to be done on this side of stuff to make sure that the viewer experience is good. And then also just to, just hang out. So it was doing double duty. But yeah, like I said, do you want to do a Regulation H battle? Or is that not on your bucket list right now? Because I'm good either way. It wouldn't hurt my feelings. Yeah, let me go into studio here and see what we've got. Yeah, it's showing up and it's going. 3 views, which is probably the same viewer twice. 5, yeah. So I could probably add a description, post this recording. So just to let people know that this wasn't anything that they missed. This was just me hanging out, having fun. But in the future, I might end up doing some of the stuff that I would just do off camera, like the Terra raids. I might end up doing those on streams. That way, if people want to go watch me do them, they can. But it's not anything that they're ever going to be missing big time. Because it's just, like, who actually wants to... on a showdown? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'd be fine with that. So let me do this one Terra raid battle, and then I'll get Showdown booted up, see if I can get it to cast over to OBS, and yeah, we can do that. Because I've got a couple Regulation H teams. But I get the whole DLC issue. It would be nice if everything was available to start with, and they just had the 3rd copy of the game. That way some people could just play the 3rd copy and not have to buy the first 2. But they were probably losing a lot of money to start with that initial idea. So we're gonna Metal Sound turn 1. I like that somebody put up a safeguard that prevents us being put to sleep and whatnot, I think. Unless that's just... no, that's not... Dang. Having Arboliva next to me is not fun. But let's see how much this Electric does. I do lose one of my multipliers with Electric Terrain, but we still do a very, very good job. And Spore, we're protected by Safeguard. Oh, and it just goes into Arboliva anyway. It can't be put to sleep because it's a grass type, so that's fun. Let me just put my mic back to where it was, now that we know that that wasn't the issue. Let's just Electro Drift again. That did a lot of damage the first time. Aerial Ace into me, I resist that. Come on, dude. Matt, that sounds about like how I have my teams. I have like 2 or 3 teams that I actually know I can work and that I know how to play to a good degree because I've played them for... Now, there's one team that I had built over a year ago that I didn't get to use competitively until Regulation H. But it was one of my favorite teams because I had used it for an open that that restricted to no legends. So let me go ahead and boot up Showdown. And then I'll go ahead and get this. Browser. Let's go for Chrome. Gosh. Jeez. URL. Let's go for play. Pokemon Showdown. Oh, it'd be nice if I could spell. I don't know. Exactly. Oh, that's a specific, like, closed page. Okay, I don't want that then. Okay, let me finish up this Terra Raid. Let's go ahead and just Electro Drift again. And then we'll start Parabolic Charging once we're done with that. So... Display Capture then? Showdown. Okay. Capture method. Desktop duplication, perhaps? Display this. Oh! Okay, what does this do? Pretty much the same thing. But I don't want y'all to see it. There we go. Okay, we can turn that off right now. I don't really like that, but if we've got to use that, then we can. And then I'll figure the rest of that out in a second. Oh, window capture! Here's what I was looking for. Here we go. Select a window. Chrome. Capture method. Let's do automatic. Same type. Capture audio. Okay. And then we'll close it off right now. And then on this one, we'll just delete it. There we go. So y'all should be able to, or you should be able to see that once. Oh, nice crit. Let's go. Nullified stat changes abilities on our side. Not that big a deal. Now we get Parabolic Charge, heal us up a little bit. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take that back and just like put this to the same size. Okay, it's gonna snap it to one side or the other. I'm sorry that it's moving around a lot, but yeah, we're gonna go with that. And we'll just set it on top. and hope that that'll do the job. Was I put to sleep? Oh, I was put to sleep. That's no fun. Okay, so this... Oh, this is when I'm gonna need desktop audio captured, I think. I want to say. So I'll turn that back on. Oh, Miraidon woke up. Let's go. Let's go. Double stab, parabolic charge, bonk. Yeah, one more will take it. Let's go. That'll heal me up a good bit. Yeah, that's cool. This raid took a lot longer than I wanted it to take, but that's fine. Alright, so let me go ahead and boot this on for you. Well, oh, I didn't want to catch it, but that's okay. Because we know it's already got spores, so that's fine. Alright, so you get the, well, let's turn off the Switch audio. Oh, there's the audio for Chrome, so we can turn that off. I'll turn off the Switch audio now. And, so yeah, what's your Showdown username? Ideally, I'd be able to have two different monitors, one showing OBS and then the other having Chrome open. But I don't have that capability just yet. I'm working on it right now. Got a couple plans in the works. So, yeah, whenever you're ready, just send over. Okay. Can we get the extra pop-up to pop up, please? There we go. Let me make sure I got that right. That looks right. Let's open. Challenge. Oh, wait, we can't even challenge with Regulation H. H. Let me see. There's got to be something for Regulation H. Aw. We can't even do Reg H. What did Reg D involve? Or do you want to just do a Reg G team? And do a Reg G battle? Because, I mean, I do have a couple teams for Reg G as well. Not many, but I've got two. So, that is true. Yeah, that works with me. Yeah, do Reg G. Show other teams. Now let me see if I can find the team that I want to use. I don't. That one's a fun team. We're gonna go with my competitive, a team that I like to use. All right, we'll just do a best of one. Just all right. I set the challenge. Good luck. Have fun. Because essentially, Regulation H is just Reg G without Legends and Paradox. So if we just do no Legends, no Paradox on Regulation G, that's Regulation H. So that works. Huh. I cannot freaking type. What the heck? But yeah, if you've got a team for Regulation H, you can go into the drop-down menu. Like, let me demonstrate with this one over here. Oh, of course I can't even do that. But and then you get another drop-down menu here, and then there should be Show All Teams, and you can scroll down and find which teams you have for Regulation H. That might make it a little bit easier. But I have all of my teams split between so many different devices that, and I change them so frequently that putting them to the Showdown database doesn't actually benefit me at all. But all good, bro. No worries. We're not in any sort of rush. And this oh, I know my team struggles in this tournament, so this is so you have a team that's basically divided into two parts. And I'm guessing just loading this It can be. That's the entire goal of it, is just to scary. And Among Us is meant to sacrifice it. Yeah, I don't know why I'm lagging. I have no way to redirect now. So I just kind of have to target down to not die, essentially. Forgot you put up Mystic Terrain. Dang. I really have no way. I just kind of, yeah. There's not anything I can do about it. I'm just asleep. Earth power should KO. I'm not focus sash. Yeah. My team just struggles against Trick Room. Ah, yeah, I've seen that before. GG. Here, let's rematch. I should have another team lying around. Let's go with this. No, that's Hard Rain, which is really not good for Trick Room. Let's try this. This is another team that I built that was just kind of memeing around. I've got another team that's just memeing around. Yeah, I'm just using a different team just because I feel like it. You can use the same team, you can use a different team. I just have teams lying around just to play. So if you want to use the same team, you can. If you want to use a different one, also fine. Okay, you're just gonna use the same one. So now this one has something really funny to fight way, and I want to see if I can actually use it. So we're gonna go with Basketball's team, and I think there is one workaround for it. This is usually my favorite way. Well, didn't even get to do that. That's fun. And that farm camp just kind of ruins my entire idea. Great. So now you get pretty much a free Hyper Voice to get to double off, and I don't have White Guard. Okay, we're just gonna go. There's no way to win. Like once you kill them, it's yeah. See, I don't know if you saw when I was going through my teams inside of Scarlet Violet. I do have an Oranguru on my team. Exactly. But I don't think I ever built the team within Showdown just because I didn't think it was going to be Showdown viable. But yeah, I'll show you that team again. Just pop back in stream. Oh wait, well, why would I be talking if you're not already in stream? But I talk as if I'm not already in stream with you. But I'll go through the idea of this team. So basically, it was either you lead Noivern and Oranguru, or you led Torkoal and Oranguru, where you go Trick Room, Protect, and then you Instruct, because this is going to be faster than Torkoal every time. And so then you use Eruption and Instruct. And then if Trick Room ends up expiring and Oranguru is gone, then you bring in Lilligant and or Armarouge and go Trick Room with Indeedee in the back. So you go with these two, you go with these, so it's a crazy, crazy team. You go with this, and then this and this in the back, or we go fast and we go you in the top four. So basically it all centralized around the Instruct and Sun. Not that it ever did well. because I think I used it once or twice, lost pretty much every single time I used it. So it was just a fun idea. Didn't end up actually working. But that's what I was saying when I was saying anything can be used pretty much. Oh my goodness, that's almost a 6 IV. That's crazy. You were muted the whole time. Dang. I was going in about this thing. So this was the team that I had that had in the Oranguru. I spent maybe 10 minutes shiny hunting for it, and I don't think it's got, yeah, it's not good IV'd, but it was just the first shiny I got, so it was like, okay, fine, let's use it, because cool Oranguru. It was marked, too, so that was fun. So basically the idea was Oranguru, Noivern, Boomburst, and since we've got Telepathy, we don't get hit by it, and then Instruct and use Boomburst again. I get that. That makes sense. Yeah, I wasn't all too worried about it. It was a just for fun battle anyway. Or you go Torkoal and Oranguru, Protect, Trick Room, and the next turn use Eruption and Instruct. And then if you're going to go Absolute Sun, you go Oranguru, Torkoal, Lilligant, and Armarouge. If you're going to go the faster of the two, kind of. Or if you're going to go hard Trick Room with it, you go... Or sorry, the fast mode is Noivern, Torkoal, Lilligant, Armarouge. The slow mode would be Oranguru, Torkoal, Armarouge, and DD. But, yeah, it's fun to use. I don't think I ever got to be able to get it to its proper potential, but it was fun to use while it was usable. Oh, I did not mean to do that. But it never actually amounted to anything. This was the team that I used against you. I wouldn't doubt it. It's fun to use. It's just not great. That's the biggest issue with it. It's just not great. If you've got the right Pokemon surrounding it, it can be, but it's not fast enough to be fast, and it's not slow enough for Trick Room. And then this was the team that I used against you. Just my typical leads have been Pelipper with Basculegion, flip turn into Archelodon to soak up any hit, and then have one of the two sweepers in the back and not even care about using Amoonguss. But I was like, I've not used Amoonguss for anything, so let me use Amoonguss Goldango. And that first turn, and that first game, it was doing pretty well. But the Goldango just isn't bulky enough to take anything. That's why I was trying to find a better Goldango, but I never did find one before the end of the regulation. And then this is a adaptation on a rain team that I had built for an open, gosh, ages ago. So, and this was just something, like, it's got the Grass Fire Water Core, Dragon Steel, it doesn't have, and the Dragon Steel Fairy Core is all on one Pokemon. Annihilate was there for that Scarf, Rage Fist, Drain Punch, U-Turn, Phantom Force. It probably could have done better if it had that Final Gambit, but I've always hated using Final Gambit because I don't ever want to trade 1-for-1. And then this was easily my favorite Pokemon, or easily my favorite team to use. This was the team that I had built all the way back in January of last year, and I ended up using it because I had used it for an open. I think you can see the common thread. I did a lot of opens at the end of 2023 into 2024, and just, I mean, I had help building these teams, but this was like the first team that I actually built, and it was one that I loved because I was able to just do a lot of damage. I mean, because I would lead Farigiraf, Dragapult, Helping Hand, Dragon Darts, or U-Turn, and then go into one of the 3 bulkier Mons to take a hit. And all 3 of them can still deal a lot of damage, especially if Primarina can get set up. It can sweep entire teams. The idea was for it to be soft Trick Room and be also able to be self-standing without it. And then you got Ursaluna in the back. So the idea was you lead Farigiraf, Dragapult, get fast damage, and then you have one of the 3 bulkier Mons in the back alongside Ursaluna. Or if you don't see Ursaluna doing well at all, then you bring 2 of these guys. Did I ever do that? No. But it was always fun to use. For Regulation H, I ended up actually adapting this Dragapult to be Terra Steel with the rise of Alolan Ninetales. So I would Terra Steel and just Terra Blast, Oko the Ninetales, and if they had Blizzard, then I would resist it and not have to deal with it. And then this was a Rain team that really cared about making our Chaladon bulky, and then also had the ability to bulk up and Annihilate. I got a couple good wins with it, but it just, it didn't end up working well enough for me. I guess I need to knock down the volume a little bit because it is starting to have a couple issues redlining. But yeah, those are just kind of the teams that I have sitting around. But I probably need to actually build a team for Regulation G. But all of my Pokemon are sitting in a home. And, so yeah. And then this is my collection of shinies. We got the Doduo, Jumpluff, Weezing, Beartic, Victreebel. Yeah, I enjoy the teams. It just, they're never good enough for the regulation. And we've got Oinkologne, Venomoth, Mudsdale. I actually had another Venomoth. I don't know where it went. I've checked Pokemon Home. I've checked all of my boxes in Scarlet and Violet. I don't know where it went. It was named the same name, that's why I've named this one that. But I don't know where the other one went. Because I had it fully EV trained, special attack, and speed. And it's just no longer. Because this isn't the one that I found in Area 0. I found one in Area 0, and I found one... Oh no, this is the Area 0 one. Yeah. Just send them to me on Discord. I'm not exactly great with EV spreads. I definitely find a lot more people to help me out with that. But I can idealize the basics for them and the ideas for them. So yeah, just ping them on I guess on oh gosh, on John Luke's. Or DM me. Any of it works. Because I'm assuming you do know my Discord by this point. What's up, bro? Oh, it's teams. It's entire teams, not just specific mons. But here, let's go to. Oh, you messaged me on a showdown. I didn't see that. I'm sorry. But yeah, just find the Pokemon or the teams, and I'll help you. Here, let me just set this over to show this, and then let's go to Team Builder. Let me open up Discord as well. That way I can copy stuff over if I need to. Okay, let's go here. Ooh. Okay. So do you end up showing Chrome as well? Yes, cool. So we've got Sableye. Okay, I'll go through and look at that. So you're going with Expert Build Kyogre. Huh. I think I've seen, I don't know what the standard run for Kyogre is. Okay, so let's go through these two, and I'll look at them. I'll go on Pikalytics as well. I would recommend using that. Because that's where I've actually found a lot of the EV spreads for the Pokemon I use. Let's go through and analyze these. So, you're going to be a special defensive, okay, gravity. So what was the idea behind using gravity? There's probably something else over here. Stone Edge. There's not much that you have that can miss without rain, at least, because you've got Bleak Wind, Stone Edge. The Sacred Fire Miss. You got Sandsear Storm, but that's 100% accurate in rain. Thunder is not 100% accurate without rain. Origin Pulse. Oh wait, I can go through and actually look at what the idea is behind this. So that's not 100% accurate. Oh, okay, I got it now. Okay. Got you now. So, Bulbing coverage hits a lot for super effective. So let's see. And then we'll go to Kyogre. Yep, we got Reggie, so Kyogre. There we go. On 9.74% of teams. Yeah, the pretty standard over here. Typically being bulkier, it's looking like, with Leftovers, Mystic Water, Assault Vest. Yeah, so they're typically trying to be a little bit bulkier. What the heck is lagging me out right now? There we go. my chosen stuff has always been Choice Scarf, but that's also just me. So let's go to this and see. 252, 140, 76, 436. So the thing is, with this build, you're investing you're investing a lot into special attack and not a lot into speed. So the thing is, you can be KO'd reasonably easily, especially since the only bulk you have put in is just 4 into each of your defenses, and then 188 into HP. So you can see this one's going really heavily investing into both of these because it's probably not Choice Scarf. This one, on the other hand, might be Choice Scarf because you're trying to get max speed, max special attack, and you're increasing your speed. This one, probably more the same, just trying to be a little bit bulkier. Like I said, still the same. And then this one's just trying to be pretty bulky, but where's the other 4 going? It doesn't exist. So let's try to get higher ladder with this 1630. Let's try this now. Kyogre with higher ladder and see what we can find. Yeah. So Ice Beam. So you're running So they're typically running like 4 attack almost. Typically running choice specs or assault vest. I could see assault vest working, but it's already so specially defensive though. That's the thing. So let's try running this. 252, 140, 76, 436. So it's being as bulky as it can be, pretty much, while still having enough speed to do stuff. One 40, 76, 436. Yeah, modest, right? Yeah, modest. So it's still, and it may with Scarf hit a certain speed tier. No, because it's trying. Because if you want to, if you're using Scarf, you want to be an even speed stat. So yeah, because this allows you to be a lot bulkier on the physical side, especially with the amount of physical attackers we've got. 161. So yeah, it's not trying to hit a certain defense stat, it looks like, or special defense stat at least. Yeah, I think this ends up being a little bit better for you. Yeah, you can send your messages anywhere, but yeah, I figured that out. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. But yeah, Discord's fine. I just was so encapsulated on checking Showdown that I wasn't checking Discord, so I apologize for that. But I think if you're running Origin, you said you didn't want your damage to be HP dependent. I would probably suggest. Oh wait, that's why you're using Origin Pulse. Never mind. I was getting Water Spout and Origin Pulse mixed up. So and then we got Sableye here. So let's see what Sableye typically runs. Yeah, on 0.96% of teams. Encore, Foul Play, Gravity. So they are using Gravity with a lot of stuff. So let's see. Quash, Willow. They're really not ever running that many attack moves, it looks like, other than Foul Play, which I think Foul Play might be better for you than Knockoff. I like the idea of using Quash to allow Kyogre to move faster than something, and especially if it's something like Calyrex Shadow. Because I think Sableye has another case of just 4-move syndrome, where it has the ability to use so many tools, and it can only use 4 of them. So Prankster, yeah, I think you could also be able to use it. Yeah, so yeah, I don't think that extra speed or that extra investment into attack really matters, especially since it's only that 1 point. I like the idea of this spread here being just absolutely bulky. So 252, less investment into here. So 188. Let's just knock that all the way down. So 188 and 68. And then it's bold nature. You have sassy. So let's go bold. And I'm guessing the reason that it's specifically investing more into its defense is because it's already a super defensive Pokemon. So it's trying to allow it to live even more of those physical hits, especially since majority of the special attacks it's either immune or resistant to. Mostly like Psychic. The only thing it's ever going to be weak to, really, is going to be Dazzling Gleam against a Miraidon. So And only really Entei takes that, it looks like. Or if you Terra Steel your Tornadus. Or your Landorus. One thing I do have to ask, why are you not running Earth Power over Sandsear Storm? And trying to remember, what do I typically run on my Landorus? Sludge Bomb, Earth Power, Protect, Life Orb, and I run Terra Poison. Let me go look into my draft teams and see if I've got one sitting within the draft teams. Because I know I had one. Yeah. And of course it's glitched out, so it has nothing. Are you also glitched so you have nothing? Yeah, of course. Iron Valiant's getting used a lot more than I thought it would ever. But let me check Landorus and see, because I know I typically run. I think I use a flying stab. I just don't remember what. Yeah, 13% of teams. Earth Power, Sludge Bomb, Protect. Oh, I also ran Psychic as a coverage move. But I guess Sandsear Storm does work on a rain team specifically. Especially if you go Tailwind turn 1 next to Tornadus. Trick Room turn 1, or not Trick Room 1. Tailwind turn 1 and Rain Dance turn 2. With turn 1 on Landorus, you go Protect. I just don't think Focus Blast ends up actually doing enough. Because with everything that fighting hits, ground hits too. Steel, fire. I mean, it just seems better to just go ahead and have all that coverage and have that spread move as well for that same thing. That way, if you get wide guarded, you still have that ground damage. Because ground does hit a lot. But you could also, instead of running Sandsear, run something like Psychic. Spread Stab, Sludge Bomb for coverage, yeah. Steel is weak to ground. Ice isn't, but you also don't see a lot of ice types in Regulation G. You see things running ice coverage, but not any ice types. I think the only one you really would see would be Ninetales, Alola, which is only on, let's see, Ninetales, Alola, only on 0.9% of teams. Oh, and Calyrex Ice Rider, but let's see, do you have anything on your other Pokemon that you can hit Ice Rider with? Because Ice Rider would also resist Focus Blast. So, let's see. You've got Entei to deal with Ice Rider. Urshifu also can do a lot of damage. But really, when it comes to... But how many Steel Grass types do we actually have? Steel Flying. The only Steel Grass type I can think of, or only Steel Grass type Pokemon that I can think of are Kartana and Ferrothorn. I don't think we have any in Regulation, or in Gen 9. And then Steel Flying would be home to Corviknight, just Corviknight and Skarmory. So I don't even think... I think the only one you would have to worry about is Skarmory, and I don't think Skarmory is getting used a lot either. Or not Skarmory. Corviknight. Let's see. How often is Corviknight getting used? Corviknight's on 0.11% of Showdown teams. So, I don't think Corviknight's an issue either. So... And let's go into specifics for Gravity. What is its specifics? No ground immunes, Yeah, so even the flying types, if you're using gravity, you don't have to worry about the flying types because they cannot be immune. Okay, that's a reasonable answer. Um, but I honestly think that if you run um, Earth Power over Focus Blast 9 times out of 10, you're gonna find yourself in a better position with that. Um, and if you really want to run Focus Blast over Sandsear Storm, because you're gonna find a lot of wide guard due to both of the Calorexes, um, Groudon, Kyogre. You're gonna find a lot of spread moves. Therefore, you're gonna find a lot of wide guard. So, and because of that, I think just not running spread moves at this point might just be better for you. But what I'm really interested in is how to better use Sableye. I mean, Gravity is a very, very niche move that I've never seen used personally. Quash is really, really cool to use. Wisp is useful against the Urshifus. Knockoff, I just feel like Knockoff just doesn't fit. I mean, I get that a lot of things really need their items, but it was handy against a Wo-Chien? Would Sludge Bomb not have KO'd? Because it's too weak to Sludge Bomb the same amount. I mean, it's just 120 base power, especially if you're like Terra, if you're supposed to be Terra Poison, like majority of, oh my gosh, as majority of Landorus are, then you'd get Stab on Sludge Bomb, which would then make it even stronger. And even then, you might want to run a little bit bulkier on Landorus, because I get that max speed's a speed you want to hit, but I'm sure there's another speed tier that's useful, because I feel like Landorus, when it's max speed, max special attack, ends up getting too frail to handle enough damage output from an opposing Pokemon. Um, let's go through the, yeah, Tornadus, it has enough to do damage, speed, yeah, bulky, yeah, I like that. Terra Steel is a good defensive option for it. Terra Normal, Extreme Speed Entei, basically doing what Regulation A. No, Dark doesn't resist poison. I'm almost certain it doesn't. Um, Sark. Yeah, it's super effective against Ghost and Psychic. Dark type moves are weak to Bug. Yeah, we okay, so let's check Bulbapedia. Alright, here we go. Defensive. Resists Ghost and Dark. That's it. It does not resist poison. Yeah, I thought so. Yeah. No, I'm gonna look it up anyway, because I could be wrong. I I'm not the most, like, I was just pretty sure. I thought I knew my type chart, but there are a ton of very weird intricacies that could happen that cause me to be wrong. As for Wo-Chien, I think, specifically Landorus, I think does have a really good matchup into it. Because, let me just check my own Wo-Chien. Yeah, it's bulky more in the special side, and that's because it lowers the attack stat, multiplies it by 0.75, so it loses a quarter. So, yeah, this is easily my favorite Wo-Chien set. I love this team. Lugia, Grimmsnarl, just, I mean, Lugia. I don't think I need Icy Wind since I've got T-Wave now. What do I want to run instead? I think I'll run Earth Power. I think it runs Earth Power specifically for Incineroar. Yeah. So, but this is just a really, really bulky Pokemon. Then Grimmsnarl makes it even more bulky. Cineroar makes it even more bulky by lowering the physical attack of stuff since you're boosting your special defense. Wo-Chien still lowers the attack. Like, these four are mostly just the main core, and then if you don't want to bring one of these, you bring Urshifu just to clean up, and then Rillaboom just kind of can bring terrain to help Lugia. Just my favorite to use. So I hope some of those insights help at all. Like I said, I'm not exactly the greatest when it comes to team building, but I find the right tools and it helps me out a little bit. So yeah, I'll send over these to you. Let me just copy over the rest of these Pokemon. And I'll make a couple adaptations that I would use. Export. Copy. So, if you really want to run Focus Blast, I would run it here. And I would run Earth Power just for that single target. Specifically, Terra Poison ends up being very good defensively and good for spread options. Terra Grass, I like that. Terra Poison, I think with this, I would honestly prefer Terra Fairy. Don't know why. Terra Fairy just kind of speaks to me on that. Terra Steel, I like that. Tailwind Protect, Rain Dance, Liquid Storm, good. Sacred Fire, does this miss at all? It's 95% accurate, so it does get that help from gravity. E-Speed, Stomping Tantrum. Oh, does it get high horsepower? Because you don't only thing. Okay, so it doesn't get high horsepower, so Stomping Tantrum does work. Only thing. Okay, Stomping. Only thing is, if you're running Stone Edge and Stomping Tantrum, you really don't want Choice Band. Because if you miss Stone Edge, you get that boost for Stomping Tantrum. But with Choice Band, you're locked. That's... Yep, it has the same issue that Rillaboom and Incineroar have, where it only gets 4 slots and has a ton of moves it could use. So I would honestly try to run something a little bit bulkier, like Leftovers, because are you using Leftovers on anything else? You're running Expert Belt on here. But I think you could probably benefit a lot from Assault Vest. But let me see what other items Kyogre uses. And we're lagging again, of course. Let's see. So, Kyogre. Alright, dude. You want to load up Kyogre? There we go. So, Specs, Assault Vest, Mystic Water. That wouldn't help you a lot. So, yeah, Leftovers, I think, ends up working really well, especially since this is a bulkier set. Leftovers works here. Entei, actually, since you're running 4 attack anyway, you could probably run AV here. Entei doesn't get used a lot, but let me see what people do run on it. That is not an Entei. That's a Farigiraf. There's Entei down there. So there are people running Entei. 4.6% of people. So you're using the top 4 moves used here. So that means they're typically running Choice Band. Yep, there's the Assault Vest. So I did have the right idea with that. As for stat spread, do you prefer being bulkier or faster when it comes to your Entei? Because if you want to be a little bit faster, then using this spread might be better. And then Urshifu, yeah, when you see a Sashmon, it's best to go ahead and have max attack, max speed. And in the rain, I love Urshifu in the rain. Okay, so bulkier. So then, yeah, we can run the lower speed one. Still has a little bit of speed investment, so 148, 254, no, 252. So it was 148, 252, adamant, 104. Oh, that was 104. There we go. There we go. So this ends up being a really, really bulky Entei on the special side. What is with everybody wanting to go bulkier on the special side? I don't understand. But, okay, that's fine. And then as for Ursh, I love Choice Scarf Urshifu. That has always been my de facto Urshifu. But I also know that it doesn't fit on majority of teams. But you could also run Mystic Water because you are running Aqua Jet and Surging Strikes. So running that might be better. But most are running Focus Sash, 252, yeah. So that makes enough sense to me. So yeah, I'll go ahead and send this team over to you with all the modifications I've made. Let me make sure it's legal. Yep, cool. So we're gonna upload to PokePaste, and we'll send you that link. That's very true. I didn't. Oh, I forgot about that actually existing. That is a very, very, very neat, especially when you got Wisp. 85% accurate. Is it actually 100% accurate? 1.67 accuracy. So, if we go 85. Oh, sorry, clear. 0.85 times 1.67 we get. Yeah, so it's more than 100% accurate. Crazy. Yeah. Yeah, go to sleep. You're going to need it. Yeah, I'm glad to help. Sleep. Get your sleep. Yeah. So, let me know how it goes. And I guess I can go ahead and end the stream here. I mean, you were the only person watching. So, yeah. Get your sleep, rest well, and keep me posted on how that team goes. Because I really like those ideas. So, yeah, I'll close everything down. And, yeah, glad to help you.